Anybody else would like to announce the name?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees on this call. This is Premanandini Devi Dasi from Ashburn, Virginia.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Madanal Pranam to you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you for joining and thank you for always being on the call early morning. I wait for you. I know Mataji will join and I can hear her chanting. So we have company. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Hare Krishna to all devotees. This is Malini from Ashburn, Virginia. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Madanal Pranam to you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you once again for chanting and joining. Anybody else would like to announce? I think
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Mataji, this is Chitra from South Carolina. Hare Krishna to all devotees on the call.
Hare Krishna, Chitra Mataji, Madanal Pranam to you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining. Although having a small baby, still you joined for chanting. Very nice to hear you in the morning. And you're doing chanting also, and at the same time taking care of your daughter. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Very nice. So I'm just at the same time quickly texting Prabhuji if he's joining for the Bhagavad Gita class, chapter 9 review we were doing, overview, sorry. So let me see. So anybody else would like to announce? And I don't know whether Prabhuji will join right now or at 7:30. So sometimes Saturday, Sunday speakers join a little later. Anybody else would like to announce?
No, Mataji, I think Prabhuji said last time that he will be joined at 7:30, but you can give him a call.
Yeah, I just texted. I think he saw my message. So then we can continue chanting. Prabhuji might be busy. He will probably join by another 5 minutes are there, 7:25.
Yeah, okay.
So in the
Okay.
Prabhuji can keep on chanting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Bhakta
Hare
Vrinda
Ram,
ki jai.
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
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 Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram, Ram, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
हरे
Hare
कृष्णा मम
Hare.
नाम सुमति क्षमा करोतु अरथा रसामर्जपा please forgive me dear devotees for joining very late. Hare Krishna. Vancha
Hare Krishna
kalpatarubhya.
Mataji. Hare Krishna
Yes,
Mataji.
Hare
So
Krishna.
Mataji, I greeted
Oh, I'm so
on your
sorry, Mataji.
yeah, I greeted on your behalf. But thank you so much for joining. And
Yeah, so sorry, Mataji. I actually was busy studying. I'm so sorry, Mataji.
no problem, no problem. So I also see Arjun Prabhuji there. Hare Krishna. So Prabhu Mataji, can go ahead and greet our speaker, Arjun Anand Prabhuji. Go ahead.
Well, thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity. So, Hare Krishna, today we will continue the other part of the ninth chapter, the most confidential knowledge. Hare Krishna, His Grace Arjun Anand Prabhuji, please take over the call now. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत्षे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदवनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. So today we'll be continuing the remaining part of the 9th chapter, the 9th chapter overview. So last time when we began, we discussed how the 9th chapter, first Krishna talks about how everything is pervaded by him, how everything is under his control. And he says, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. My whole world is pervaded by me through my energies in my impersonal form. And then he talks about how everything is under his control. And then he says only the devotees, not the karmis, not the jnanis, not the fruitive workers, that's karmis. And then you're not the materialistic people or atheistic people, but only my devotees can attain me. Like that he says. The nature of his devotees. The nature of his devotees is that they are driven by the internal potency. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritimashritah bhajantyananya manaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. So Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritimashritah. So Krishna predominantly has two energies. Through one energy, material energy, he pervades the entire material universe, material cosmic creation. And in that, the living entities can choose Krishna's material energy or Krishna's spiritual energy. Krishna's material energy is represented by Durga Devi. Durga Devi has Trishul. Trishul means the three kleshas: Adi Deva, Adi Bhauti, and Adi Atmik. These three kleshas are torturing the living entities with a lot of misery and suffering. But the material energy has two aspects. One is called as Avaranatmika Shakti. That means the covering potency. The material energy covers by the illusion, so that people don't understand their suffering. Or they think they find some hope of happiness in this material world. So that is Avaranatmika Shakti. And then Prakshepatmika Shakti. That is the kicking potency of Maya Devi. So first she covers and then she gives a kick. So whenever a devotee is not taking Krishna consciousness seriously, others say that I think he needs some kick in material life. Then he'll come back to spiritual life. Why? Because without the kick, we don't understand how material life is actually miserable. So therefore, sometimes people ask, why is there suffering in this material world? It is because without suffering, we'll never turn to Krishna. So therefore, we are very grateful to Krishna that he has actually put some suffering in place so that it gives us an opportunity to turn towards him. So it gives us an opportunity to turn towards him. So this is all the working of Maya Devi, or the material energy, also called as Bahiranga Shakti. Now Krishna is saying, this Bahiranga Shakti is not for my devotees. This Bahiranga Shakti is for the karmis, it is for the atheistic people, it is for the jnanis, but not for my devotees. My devotees is the other potency, which is represented by Srimati Radharani. While Durga holds a Trishul in her hands, Srimati Radharani holds a lotus flower. And on one hand, she is holding lotus flower or a garland, and then on the other hand, she's actually blessing the devotee. Once, I think Jadurani Mataji, she had painted a picture, and she had asked Prabhupada how to, about Radha Krishna painting. And Prabhupada said Radharani has a garland in her hand. She was about to put it on Krishna. So when she painted the Radha Krishna painting, she painted like Krishna here, Srimati Radharani here, like from your thing. So Radharani is holding the garland away from Krishna. Prabhupada said the garland should be towards Krishna because the garland is to offer to Krishna. But here Radharani was holding garland away from Krishna. Then Prabhupada immediately said, yes, this is a very beautiful painting because she is taking the garland offered by the devotee and giving it to Krishna. So that is the Daivi Prakriti, the internal potency. So the devotees are very special because they attract the mercy of Srimati Radhani, which no other class of or no other class of people, like the karmis, the atheistic, the jnanis, they're all under Mahamaya, whereas devotees under Yoga Maya. So Krishna says, my devotees being under Yoga Maya, that's 9:13, Mahatmanastamam Partha. Next he says, what do they do? Satatam ke tayanto ma yatantaschaddavrataha. That means they try to chant the holy name at all times. Satatam means constantly they keep chanting the holy name. And they put so much of hard work to please Radha and Krishna. Yatantascha means, yatan means to endeavor. Yatantascha dridhavrataha means with great determination they are putting a lot of hard work to please Krishna. Yatantascha. And the materialistic people also with great determination they are putting a lot of hard work to please the senses. That's Mahamaya. So yatantascha dridhavrataha namasantasya mam bhaktya. He says that my devotees continuously offer obeisances unto me. So like this, Krishna also, after describing his majesty, as we discussed, Paratvam, he also talks about different sections of, people on the path. So he says how the karmis are foolish because they simply follow the Vedic injunctions to go to the heavenly planets. But Kshinye Punya Martilokam Mishanti, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they come down again to this material world. So they are completely foolish. Then he talks about the atheistic people saying that they are Muda. Mudoyam Nabijanati. I reserve the right to be exposed to the Mudas because they deride my form. And then he says even the Jnanis, they put a lot of endeavor in trying to understand and worship my impersonal form. So then they have to imagine a Virata Rupa. They would worship my Virata Rupa, universal form. But the devotees are the simplest. And then he says in 9:22, maybe I'll take out the Gita. Yeah. So last time we studied all of this. See, so in the text, from text 1 to text 3, Krishna is explaining about how important this confidential knowledge is. So therefore, get into. So he is telling that this knowledge is a king of education, everything. And then text 3, he's saying that only people with faith can apply this knowledge. Those who are not faithful, they cannot attain me. Therefore, they have to come to this material world again. And text 4 to 10, Krishna is saying how everything is under his control. The material nature is under his control. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sachacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. And then from text 11 to 21, he's talking about different class of not transcendentalists, but people on different paths. One is, he's talking 11 and 12, he talks about the atheistic people who deride Krishna's form or Krishna himself. So Krishna, he says, see, Avjananti ma muda manusham tanmashatam. When Krishna comes to this world, they say that Krishna has accepted a material form, or human form. So therefore, he's not very happy with these people. The text 11 and text 12. Those who are thus bewildered, attracted by demonic and atheistic views, in that deluded condition, the hopes of liberation, fruitive activities, culture of knowledge are all defeated. 13 and 14, he talks about the devotees, what we're discussing now. And text 15, others who engage in sacrifice by cultivation of knowledge, these are jnanis. They worship the universal form. But while you worshipping the universal form, they forget that whatever they're using the paraphernalia to perform the sacrifice or whatever it is, Krishna says everything is me. But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice offering to ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter, the fire, the offering. I am the father of the universe, mother, the support, the grand, and so on he goes in 16 to 19. So basically, Gyanis miss the point. And in text 20 to 21, Krishna talks about the karmis. They study Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking heavenly planets. They worship me indirectly. And they take a birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra. They enjoy, and after enjoying, they come back. Once their pious activity is exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. And therefore, he says, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. And now again, he talks about his devotees. Very important verse, this one. Ananya Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. He's talking about the devotees, not ordinary devotees. Who are these devotees? Ananya Chintayanto Mam. Ananya means without any other distraction. Krishna is the only object of worship. Chintayan means to always contemplate on the Supreme Lord. See, contemplating on the Supreme Lord means Nam Rupa Guna Lila. On the message of the Lord, on the pastimes of the Lord, on the form of the Lord, what pleases the Lord. Everything is Chintayan. Mam, on me, Ye Janaha, these devotees, Paryupasate, they are worshipping me. Tesham Nityabhyuktanam, they're always fixed in devotion to me. Because they're always fixed in devotion to me, Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Krishna says, I carry whatever they need to make progress in bhakti. That means in our life, if we have some skill set, which is being, because of which we can nicely engage in Krishna consciousness. So that Krishna says, I am preserving it in you. He is carrying it for us. And that which we don't have yet, Krishna has it, he's ready to give it to us. And that's Yogakshema Mahamyaham. See what Prabhupada says. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Yeah. So for a devotee, Krishna makes all kinds of arrangement. Krishna makes all kinds of arrangement for the devotee to make progress on the path of bhakti. So therefore, the devotee does not have to stress too much. Like we say, whatever profession, whatever background we come from, we all chant minimum 16 rounds. So when we chant 16 rounds, you have to give at least 2 hours a day for chanting. So sometimes our lives are so busy, we'll be just thinking, how is it possible I'm able to give 2 hours for chanting? That is because Krishna is helping us. On the path of bhakti, the simplicity of bhakti, the ease in the practice of bhakti comes from the fact that the Supreme Lord is standing side, walking with the devotee on his path of devotional service. Supreme Lord is right beside him, constantly giving support to the devotee. And therefore Krishna says, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. But for whom? Or what kind of devotees? Ananya Sintayanto Mam. Those who are completely only worshipping me. Nitya Yukta Upasate. Ananya Sintayanto Mam. Ye Jana Paryupasate. Ye Jana Paryupasate. Tesham Nityabhyuktanam. See, 2 times he says Ananya Sintayanto Mam. Ye Jana Paryupasate. Paryupasate, Upasate is worship. Paryupasate means who worship properly. And for how long? Nitya. Always fixed. Abhyuktanam is fixed in devotion. For such people, Krishna is there walking with them. And therefore, for all of us, You see, we only have to show a glimmer of sincerity, and the Supreme Lord reciprocates by attracting our hearts to Him, isn't it? So, therefore, that Paratvam, last time what we discussed is Paratvam, that Paratvam who is very difficult to reach, like a coconut on a tall coconut tree. You can't just extend your hand and get a coconut. But that is good. Therefore, it's Paratvam, very high to reach. Krishna is like that. In Ijopanishad, it is said, Tanne, Tadejati, Tannejati, Tad Dure, Tadvantike. The Supreme Lord is walking, but it is as if he's running. The Supreme Lord is close, but yet is far. Like that. All opposites are resolved in the Supreme Lord. So, for the materialistic people, the Supreme Lord is far. For the devotees, Krishna is close by. So that aspect is called as Saulabhatvam. Though Krishna is Paratvam, very difficult to reach, he is Saulabhatvam. That means he can easily be attained. How is it possible that someone is very high with the Supreme Lord? He is a Supreme Master. Everything is under his control. He is like the apex in the pyramid, but still he is very easy to be reached. That means he is Krishna, isn't it? Otherwise, the ordinary souls of this world cannot do that. We take up one small position in small temple and we become proud. I am next. Now I am the so and so of this temple. But Krishna is the Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. He is the founder, CEO, owner, proprietor, controller, enjoyer of all the universes, material universes. But Supreme Lord has no pride. Krishna becomes the Sarathi of his devotee. Saratya Parashad Sevana Sakya Dautya Virasananu Stavana Pranaman Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnur Bhaktim Karoti something Nipatis Charana Aravinde. When Parikshit was being told about his grandfather, his grandfathers, the Pandavas, this verse comes in the first canto. And Parikshit became so proud in a devotional way, not in a derogatory way. He was so happy to hear about his Pandava grandfathers because they were all such wonderful devotees of the Lord. See, whenever you see a group where the devotees are then Krishna is there, we think the Krishna is leading, devotees are following. But when you see Krishna and the Pandavas were leading, Krishna is following. Wherever the Pandavas would go, Krishna will be there. In Draupadi Vastaharan Leela, Draupadi is disrobing. When she was being disrobed in the public by Dushasana, she looked at the Pandavas and they all simply had to look down in shame of having lost her in gamble. And then she turned to all the other generals present there. Dhritarashtra was blind, but she understood he is also blind in knowledge and attachment, on account of attachment. Then she turned to Bhishma. Bhishma also could not do anything. She turned to Drona. She turned to all the generals over there. No one could do anything. One Kaurava spoke on her behalf, but that's all. He could only speak. And then finally, as Dushasan began disrobing Draupadi, immediately Draupadi was safeguarding, she was holding on to a sari. And when she understood none of these people can help me, immediately her own, she was trying to protect herself, but she understood what is my capacity with respect to the strength of Dushasana. It is not possible. So she let go of her hand and threw up her hands in air and simply screamed out, "Hey Krishna, hey Govinda, hey Dwarkavasin, hey Gopijana Vallabha." Like that, she screamed out loudly in great shelter. In one lecture, His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj mentions, if Draupadi is a pure devotee of Krishna, why is she calling out to Krishna to protect her, body in something material, in a sense? So Maharaj was explaining that why was Draupadi seeking shelter? She was not seeking shelter to protect her body. Her seeking of shelter was my dear Lord, if I am your devotee and I am being insulted in public like this, and you don't do anything about me today, then tomorrow when the devotees learn about this, they will lose faith in you. So she is actually throwing up her arms in the air and praying to the Supreme Lord, seeking shelter, that please protect your devotees in the future by protecting me. Show that you are there for me, then they understand you'll be there for them. It was a very deep insight Radha Maharaj shared. But nonetheless, this when Draupadi immediately she threw up her hands and cried out for the Lord was there. He came in the form of saris, unlimited saris for his devotee. So Krishna is there for one who wants him. So, so the Pandavas are glorious in this way. When they were exiled to the forest, they had no money. So Krishna immediately told Arjuna that don't waste your time. This is the time, go around, develop good connections, and you collect weapons from here and there, so that when the time comes after the exile, the war time comes, you are ready. Krishna was guiding them. Krishna was there when the Akshay Patra incident, when Duryodhana very cunningly sent Durvasa and 60,000 followers to Pandavas who are in the forest. Atiti Devo Bhava, Durvasa comes and he's taking bath, and Yudhishthir and Draupadi, they're all worrying now what to do. Already Draupadi had taken the last bit of grain from that patra, and the patra can only produce food the next day. At that time, when they all were worrying, immediately Krishna appeared from nowhere and asked, what's the matter? And they spoke to Krishna. They said, this is the matter that Durvasa and his thousands and thousands of followers are waiting for prasadam. They're just taking bath and they're about to return. And Krishna said, okay, anyway, I'm very hungry. Please look at your pot. Is there at least one speck of grain? Draupadi said, my dear Krishna, I'm pretty sure I made sure that I cleaned it thoroughly. And Krishna said, there must be something in the pot. And he saw the pot and there was a grain stuck to it. And as soon as he took Yasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushtam. Durvasa and his 60,000 followers, they were all taking bath in the nearby river. Immediately they felt so full. They started burping. And then Yudhishthir, they sent for Bhima to call for them. And Bhima said, okay, my dear sages, your prasadam is ready, please come. We're all waiting. And Durvasa and the followers were worried. If we offend Bhima, they just prepared a meal for 60,000 followers. If we offend them, then Bhima will not be pleased. He might harm us. So they went out, all the sages, of course, Durvasa said, yeah, we are coming soon. And all the sages, they quit from the other side. In this way, see how Krishna protects. So why is Krishna there for the Pandavas? The verse we quoted, 1:16:16, Bhagavatam. Saratya, Parshada, Sevana, Sakhya, Dautya. Saratya means Sarati. Saratya, Parshada. Parshada means associate. Saratya, Parshada, Sevana, a servant. Sakhya, a friend. Dautya, a messenger. Virasana, a night watchman. Anugamana, follower. Sarvana Pranaman, always offering prayers to the Pandavas, glorifying the Pandavas. Snigdeshu Pandashu Jagat Pranatim cha Vishnu, it is mentioned. Why was Krishna doing like this? Wherever the Pandavas would go, Krishna would follow them. Why? Because the Pandavas are defined or characterized by this beautiful quality which is mentioned as Snigdeshu. Snigdha means affectionate, very affectionate. And in this translation, word to word, Prabhupada translates it as malleable. They were very malleable to the will of the Lord. Snigdeshu Pandashu Jagat Pranatim cha Vishnu. Bhaktim Karoti Nipatis Charanarvinde. And therefore, hearing all of this, Parikshit's heart was, growing fonder and fonder to the lotus feet of Krishna. That Supreme Lord he is the Akhilanda Koti Brahmana Nayaka. He has nothing to do with anyone. He can just have some fun sitting up there. But he becomes conquered by the love of his devotees. So when Parikshit heard about such qualities of Krishna, immediately his love for Krishna in the heart just grew more and flooded. And naturally, for all of us, when we also hear attentively about Krishna, we also develop so much love for him, isn't it? In Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter, Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. That means from me, everything in this world is emanating, not just in this world. Even the material, all the material worlds and spiritual worlds emanate from me. The wise who know this, only such people, they worship me with love. That means Krishna is saying that person who has understood me, they worship me. When people have a problem with Krishna, like one politician was approached by a reporter and he said, see, you're carrying Gita everywhere, but the author of the Gita, Krishna, he is dancing with other men's wives at the dead of night. What kind of God do you worship? The politician looked here and there and said, if that is so, then I don't accept Krishna, he said. See, that means you do not know Krishna. Everyone in this world is looking for one thing, and that is Krishna. But they don't know that it is Krishna. We are all looking for unending bliss, Ananda. And Krishna or Rama. So Rama means reservoir of pleasure. That's where Ananda is found. So because people are looking for happiness, but they do not know Krishna is the one who can give them happiness. So they're looking for Krishna in different objects, in different people, but they're ultimately looking for Krishna. So in this way, you will find that Krishna makes himself very easily attainable through the process of devotional service. That's the point. So even before that, so I quoted Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo just to point out one thing. Sometimes we feel, why is Krishna acting like this? Or someone feels that I'm not so attracted to Krishna, I'm attracted to someone else, some other god or whatever. It is because we do not know Krishna properly. Or you can say one's conception of God need not be God. God is God. Your conception about God is not God. If Krishna says clearly, if you know that I am, from me everything comes and I am the enjoy of everything, then you, such a wise person, worships me perpetually. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam. Bhajan means to worship. Bhajante mam. Buddha bhava. Such a person is called as Buddha, means very wise person. Bhava samanvitaha. Bhava samanvitaha means he worships me not out of ritual. Every day morning I'm supposed to get up. Every day morning I'm supposed to chant. I have to do my seva. I have to attend the class. No. Buddha bhava samanvitaha means as soon as Krishna uses the word bhava, that means he loves to do it. Bhava means from the heart. It's a bhava bhakti. Not just Vaidhi bhakti. Vaidhi bhakti is a supporting structure. But in that structure, one is investing his heart to worship Krishna. Such a devotee. That means more we know about Krishna, more we can put our heart in worshipping Krishna. That's the point. And when we worship Krishna like the Pandavas are doing, Krishna becomes like a sold out servant in front of the Pandavas. Krishna is there for the Pandavas. At their any time they need Krishna, he's there. And this is why. Why? Because the Pandavas were completely malleable to the will of the Lord. Snigdeshu Pandashu. The Pandavas are called as Snigdha. So attached, so close, so intimate, affectionate to the Lord that Krishna is, he doesn't mind. He accepts Pandavas as his own relatives, as cousins, as Kunti, as aunt, isn't it? Just imagine the Supreme Lord comes and accepts you as his own relative. That's the goal. Going back to God, it means we want to join the eternal family of the Supreme Lord. And the power of devotional service is that it can give that glory. It can award us that glory. And therefore, the 9th chapter is called as the most confidential knowledge, Guhyatamam, most confidential. Why is it most confidential? Because the path to attain Krishna is given. Once Prabhupada he met a Mayavadi who was saying that I am God. Immediately Prabhupada replied back saying, why do you want to become God? Our process is to become better than God. He said, that means by becoming a devotee, you conquer the Supreme Lord by your love. You see, Nanda is asking, the small little Krishna is getting Nanda Maharaj's chappal, sandals on his head and bringing. Krishna is playing like a young child in the house of Yashoda Mai. Yashoda Mai is taking a stick and running behind Krishna. And they have, Krishna gets chastised by Yashoda Mai. Can you chastise the Supreme Lord? You can only at max throw a lotus flower, isn't it? You can offer some nice verses in glorification. Who can chastise the Lord? It is a hellish destination for such a person who can chastise the Lord. Only atheistic people. But Yashoda Mai's chastisement is pleasing to Krishna. And atheistic chastisement is displeasing to Krishna. Because Yashoda Mai's chastisement is done under Yoga Maya. Atheistic chastisement is done under Mahamaya. Completely different things, black and white. So, therefore, Krishna is telling Arjuna, Ananyas Chintayantomam, for such devotees who are constantly worshipping me, focusing on what is pleasing to me, such devotees who do it at all time, whether they feel taste or not. You can say Nityam means all time. Sometimes we like it or we don't like it. Doesn't matter. But we engage in Krishna's seva for his pleasure. Such devotees, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. In the first canto, it is said, you will read that Arjuna, when he was bringing the 16,000 queens back, because that's what Krishna wanted Arjuna to do, to take care of them after his departure. So when he was bringing them back, he met some few infidels. And Arjuna thought, these infidels, what can they do? And he actually lost the battle with these infidels. And they took all the queens away. So in this way, you find that Arjuna was, of course, he was thinking what had happened. How is it that Arjuna, who defeated the great Bhishma, Drona, and etc. others, who at least surprised them with his talents, who actually who startled the great generals, even Shiva, with his talents, with his archery skills. Then there's a verse in Bhagavatam which comes as, I am the same Arjuna, this is the same Gandiva, this is the same chariot, this is the same this, the same that. But still it is not the same. Why? Because the Supreme Lord had left. And Krishna understood, now that the job is done, the seva is done, Arjuna doesn't need that qualification or that archery skills anymore. So Krishna withdrew it. It's a good learning lesson for us. We never have to become proud of our talents. Till the time you have a talent, engage in Krishna seva. That's the perfection of talent. And be ready whenever it's to be taken away by Krishna. If he feels is no more of use to us, Krishna can withdraw it. Don't be attached. So Krishna is the carrier of our talents. Krishna is the carrier of all facilities for bhakti. When he sees the devotee is sincere, Krishna provides those facilities to serve. He provides those talents or skill set to serve. But if he feels that is not required, then he can withdraw it. So Krishna is the one who is the source of these talents. Like that. So therefore, bhakti is called as, bhakti makes the Supreme Lord very easy to be attained. So now we'll just complete the remaining verses from 926. We're discussing 922 now. In 923, again, Krishna says, people who are worshipping demigods, they are worshipping me only, like that he says. Ye pyanya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvitaha tepi mameva kaunteya yajante avidipurvakam. Avidipurvakam means they don't have proper knowledge. See, in a wrong way, they worship me. Better to worship Krishna straightforward. Yeah. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha na tu mam abhijananti tatvena taschavanti te. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. What is it? Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha. And then he says, when we worship different demigods, we go to different destination according to our worship. So those who worship the devatas go to the planet of devatas. Those who worship the pitras go to the planet of the pitras. Those who worship the lower beings will go to their planets, and those who worship me, only they come back to me. Not that, yatoma tatopat. Not that you take up any worship and you reach Krishna. This verse directly contradicts that philosophy. Yeah. Okay. Now from this verse, you can see how sulabha, Krishna has made the path of devotional service. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmanah. Patram, okay, can someone read the translation?
Hare Krishna, a translation. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Hare Krishna.
So, thank you. So, Krishna is saying here, if someone can offer me a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, that means he has made the process so easy. See, a fruit or leaf, some flower or water doesn't cost anything. Sometimes when people come to our Govinda's canteen, we give them water as free, as a complimentary thing. People nowadays charge for water also. But nonetheless, if it is charged in the temple, it still goes to temple. But nonetheless, you'll also find we give water for free. You don't have to take money for water. It's the general courtesy. Or a fruit. If someone is hungry, you just give him one fruit. Or flowers everywhere. And then he says leaves are even more everywhere. Isn't it? Krishna says, you can please me even by the cheapest of things in this world. But those things have to be offered with love and devotion. So what is Krishna accepting? Not necessarily the object. He is accepting the intention behind that offering of the object. It's just like, say, a father gives his small son. He gives his some pocket money. And on the birthday of the father's small son goes and purchases chocolate and gives and goes to the father and says, Papa, happy birthday. And he gives a Cadbury Dairy Milk or something. So when the father takes the dairy milk, father can look at his khajana. He has thousands and thousands of such dollars by which he can purchase thousands of chocolates. But this small kid is offering chocolate. He can say, fool, better use it for yourself. I have thousands of chocolates. You don't have to worry about me. The father can say like that. But the father is happy that the child chose. He used his free will. He could have done anything with the money. But he took the money, purchased the chocolate, and gave that chocolate to the father. The father is not in need of the chocolate. The father is happy with the love and devotion behind that chocolate. Isn't it? That's what Krishna is saying. Ashnami prayatatmanaha means I will accept. I accept, but what? Bhakti. Therefore, you see how many times bhakti is repeated in this verse. Yome bhaktya prayachiti tadaham bhakti upahritam. 2 times. Here, bhaktya means with devotion, and bhakti upahritam means filled with devotion, offered in devotion. So, therefore, when we talk about our lives, devotional service, we should understand Krishna is bhavagrahi Janardana. That does not mean that we do the minimum for Krishna. When we have proper bhava, when we have proper intention, we want to do the best for Krishna. Isn't it? But sometimes, depending on nature what is available. Like Srila Sanatan Goswami, he would feed this raw atta mixed with water, and he would make ball and feed to his Madan Mohan deities. Sanatan Goswami, don't doubt his intention. He's a pure devotee, direct disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is offering these balls, gola, atta gola, made just dipping in water, and offering to Krishna. Finally, Madan Mohan one day spoke to him and said, "At least can you put some salt in it?" He asked Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami said, "What does this demand? Today you'll ask salt, tomorrow you'll ask me something else. Don't you see? I'm busy serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm fully engaged in his service. So I'm not sure if I can do that." So you see, Bhavagrahi Janardana means Krishna is reciprocating with Sanatan Goswami because he's offering, whatever offering he's doing it out of pure love. So Krishna says, Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. Prayatatmanaha means in a very pure consciousness, just to please the Lord. Krishna accepts that. When we chant the holy name, we are offering the holy name to the Lord. But when we're thinking, when will this round end? Krishna doesn't have to accept it. When he's not forced to accept anything. When we are cooking something, thinking today I will enjoy this puri and paneer sabji, and as a ritual we put on the plate, put some tulsi and offer. Krishna is not forced to accept it. Therefore, of course, we do the offering on behalf of our spiritual master, on behalf of Prabhupada, so that on account of their devotion, Krishna will accept it. We have no devotion because we are sometimes more allured by the object for our own enjoyment as a purificatory machine, made to make it karma free, to sanctify it. So as like we treat Krishna like a machine. So always understand Krishna doesn't have to accept it. We have to beg and request Krishna, please accept it. I wish to offer it on behalf of my spiritual master. Please accept it. And then Krishna, if he wills, by sweet will, he can accept it. He is not forced to accept, because Krishna only accepts that which is offered in pure consciousness. Ashnami Prayata Atmanaha. So our japa, whatever we do, let us do in pure consciousness. See, Prabhupada said, this path of devotional service is simple. It is simple for the simple. But it is not easy. That means we have to also try to surrender to Krishna. Only then we have to be willing to please Krishna. Make Krishna's pleasure the priority. Guru and Krishna's pleasure. To that degree, whatever we offer in pure consciousness. Not because I want to enjoy it. When we do nice kirtan, we want to offer that kirtan in a particular raga or in a particular tune to Krishna for his pleasure. But sometimes we are thinking and we look back, how many people are dancing, how many people are clapping, and we think it's, now limelight, the spotlight is on me. No, sorry, spotlight is not on us. Spotlight is on Shishi, Radha and Krishna. So to the degree we realize that, to that degree we'll be pure in consciousness. And we should also try to catch ourselves red-handed. Hey, as soon as we think, oh, how many people are dancing? Oh, I'm a great singer. Immediately catch yourself. You rascal mind. Dushtaman, tumi ki sera Vaishnava. Immediately you can catch and tell your mind, what kind of Vaishnava are you? In front of others, you are putting up yourself as a great, most humble, most fallen devotee. But when it comes to pleasing Krishna, immediately you think of your sense gratification. Understand, you rascal mind, next time I will not give you what you need. I'm not going to satisfy you anymore. Like you have to catch your mind red-handed and sometimes chastise the mind. Sometimes you have to cajole the mind. Bajahure mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. So here the poet is cajoling the mind. Please, please, my dear mind, please think of Krishna. Because by thinking of Krishna, what you will get? Fearlessness. So please think of. So it's cajoling. Sometimes you have to be strict with the mind. Like when Radhakund Babaji, when he did Madhukari, he got a bowl of rasmalai. So he went to Radhakund, kept Rasmalai in front of him, and started chanting japa. But time and again, the mind would go towards Rasmalai. Then he kept the bead bag aside. And he said, mind, you want this Rasmalai? And he could feel mind was saying, yes. You want it right now? Not allowing me to chant? The mind said, yes. He took the Rasmalai and threw it in the Radhakund and then continued to chant. So sometimes you have to cut the mind. You have to punch the mind. And sometimes you have to delay the mind. When delaying the mind is like Haridas Thakur and the prostitute. Prostitute is saying, please enjoy with me. Haridas Thakur is saying, yes, definitely. I enjoy with you. But just after I complete my rounds. So similarly, for us, our japa should never get over. Or our seva should never get over. Maya will say, let's go to Times Square. Let's go and do some wandering, touring here and there. Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to say no. It's a very good proposal. Definitely, I'm going to fulfill your demands, but after I chant my rounds. And today's Haridas Thakur's appearance, at least 64 rounds. And if the mind cries too much, then you say, okay, not 55, not 64 rounds. We'll just chant 16 rounds. At the end of 16 rounds, just 16 more. After that, end of those rounds, just 16 more, isn't it? Then that's how the mind is tricking us. We trick back the mind. Then it becomes very easy. Then, yes, bhakti becomes simple. Bhakti is nothing complicated. It is not complicated like the integration and differentiation we study in mathematics, in calculus. So much tricky formula and isn't it? You have to solve all these problems and there are certain methods and you don't make a sense out of it. Sometimes you don't even read what is that technical term in medicine, technical term of a disease. So difficult, so complicated. Material life is very complicated. Bhakti is not. It is very simple. But as Prabhupada says, it is not easy. That means we have to become simple. Then we can connect with bhakti. So therefore Krishna is saying, for my devotees, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam is nothing. But more than Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, I need the bhakti. Therefore, in the same line, once Duryodhana offered a Chappan Bhog to Krishna to try to win his favor. Krishna is Antarayami. Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. Krishna says, I'm situated in all the living entities' hearts. He knows Duryodhana's intention. But Duryodhana invited him for a Chappan Bhog and said, my dear Krishna, just look at the grand arrangement I've made for you. Krishna said, one should accept others' proposal for having lunch together if one is hungry or if the offering is made I think out of friendship or something like that. Krishna said, I'm neither hungry nor am I your friend. And therefore he left. He left, but he went to the house of Vidura. At that time, Vidura was outside and Vidurani was so amazed to see Krishna at her doorstep. She was so amazed she forgot to invite him inside. And her eyes were filled with tears of love. And she wanted to offer something to Krishna. She was so confused how to please Krishna because she was so overwhelmed with the emotion that Krishna has actually come to my home. She just took some bananas. She didn't even ask him to sit down. She just took some bananas. She was peeling the bananas, throwing the banana fruit inside in the trash and giving the banana peel in that confusion. And Krishna was seeing this great devotion of Vidurani and he was just accepting banana peel. He just rejected, Chappan Bhog. And now he's here accepting banana peel offered by Vidurani. And Vidura came and saw what is happening. Krishna is standing at the doorstep, not invited inside, not given a glass of water. And finally, Vidurani is offering not the banana fruit, but the banana peel. So Vidura stopped all of this. And then Vidurani came back to her senses. And then she understood, oh, what was I doing? So in this way, you see, Krishna is a Prem Pujari. He's worshipped by devotion. He considers only devotion to be high. You know why? Why is devotion that one thing that conquers the Supreme Lord? Can anyone say? Why is it that he's conquered by devotion? He is not conquered by anything else. He is not conquered by the karmi's efforts to perform activities. He's not conquered by jnana. He's not conquered by yoga. Why is he conquered by bhakti?
Because of love, Prabhu.
Okay, love. Okay, and something more.
Love and devotion.
Okay, love and devotion. Okay, but why is he conquered by love and devotion? Why not hard work of the living entities? Why not the opulence of the living entities? Why not the knowledge of the living entities? Nothing conquers Krishna. But why
Is
love?
it the sincerity? Is it the sincerity and the diligence towards devotion
Yeah,
and love?
sincerity and diligence towards devotion. That means still devotion is conquering Krishna. So my question is, why devotion? I can say Krishna should have been a worshipper of he should be worshipped. He should have been worshipped by uh, hard work, isn't it? People say no karmanyavadikas. They just work hard and you can get whatever you want. Krishna is hardly touched. Yes.
Yeah, but Prabhu, Krishna is master of all the opulences.
Okay. And
All
love
the
is not under his control.
uh, but love is something that devotees need to have in their heart for Krishna.
Correct. We need to have,
Right?
but we need to have it because Krishna gets conquered by it.
Right.
Yeah. But why love only?
He is Bhaktavatsal.
He's Bhakta Vatsal. Okay. Again. So why he is Bhakta Vatsal? Why not Jnani Vatsal? No, why not Karmi Vatsal? Why Bhakta Vatsal?
Krishna is hungry of bhava, bhakti.
Correct. So my question is why?
Desire to please Krishna.
Desire to please Krishna. Okay. Okay. A little closer. Desire to please Krishna. Okay.
Is that the surrendering part?
Okay.
Like you're surrendering that Krishna is the ultimate.
Okay. That is one acceptable answer we can take. That is Sharanagati. The living entity is ready to give up everything else just for the Supreme Lord. Like the gopis when Krishna played his flute at midnight, and gopis gave up everything, whatever they were doing. They didn't care for the society, they didn't care for the family, they didn't care what they were doing. Immediately they rushed to the forest. See, imagine we are all taking rest at midnight. Krishna calls us using his flute. Immediately we'll take out our earplugs and put earplugs and continue sleeping. Who will get up and go? Isn't it? Some seva is there midnight. Who will do it? We'll say, Prabhu, in the morning we'll do. Now I have to sleep. The gopis didn't care what time of the day it was. Krishna called, we are going. Now, after all the gopis, they gathered in front of Krishna. And now they said, okay, so what, Krishna? Krishna said, no, I just called you like that. Please go back. Gopis chastise Krishna. What do you mean? It's not a joke. We have just left everything and come and you're saying, go back. In that conversation, finally, at one point, it comes that Krishna expresses gratitude to the gopis, saying that I am so grateful that you have given up everything for me. Actually, you have done something that I cannot do. Why? Because everything belongs to me. So he cannot give up everything. Whereas the gopis could give up everything for Krishna just so that Krishna is pleased. Anyway, so the point is, one is surrender, but I'm actually looking for something else.
Prabhu, love is eternal because love is spiritual. It is essence of the soul.
Okay, it's essence of the soul. Okay.
Yeah.
Chit is also essence of the soul. Is the conscious.
Because love is the only force that connects our soul to Krishna.
Yeah, why?
Because Krishna is Bhaktavatsala.
Okay.
He wants to be controlled by his devotees, Prabhu.
Because they have devotion. But why devotion controls Krishna is my question. He is Bhaktavatsala. He is Bhavagrahi Janardana. He reciprocates based on love. All these are fine, but why love?
Because love shows purity of our heart.
Okay, love shows purity of our heart. Okay, good.
And yeah, and
Something more.
only that can melt Krishna's heart.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love. Okay, I will tell you one thing, that just as the living entities are parts and parcels of Krishna, the bhakti in the hearts of living entities are parts and parcels of Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna. So Krishna is called as Madan Mohan, who conquers even Cupid. But Srimati Radharani is called as Madan Mohan Mohini, one who even enchants the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So Krishna becomes subservient of the love that Srimati Radharani has. Rasika Shekara Krishna Parama Karuna E Dui Hetu Haite Ichara Udgama. Like that it is mentioned in Chaitanya Chaitamrit. Krishna wanted to taste what Srimati Radharani is feeling in her heart for him. He doesn't know that. Can you believe Krishna does not know something? Tattva wise, yes, Krishna knows everything. But rasa wise, Krishna does not know what level, what type of ecstasy is my devotee feeling, the supreme devotee Srimati Radharani. And therefore, actually, Krishna does not understand Radharani's what she is going through, because Krishna has not taken that position. He is always a supreme lord, supreme controller, supreme proprietor, but he has not become a supreme devotee yet. So then it is mentioned as the internal reason for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna wants to taste what Radharani is feeling. That is prema bhakti. Tata prema bhaktim, like that we sing in Damodashtakam. That prema bhakti Krishna wants to taste, because that is so sweet, it conquers Krishna. So who is conquering Krishna? It is Srimati Radharani. And our bhakti our love for Krishna is a part and parcel of Srimati Radharani's oceanic prema bhakti for Krishna. So that's what enchants Krishna. And therefore it is only bhakti. Does that make sense? And of course, purity, someone said Sharanagati, these are all well accepted. I was looking for this one, because Krishna is conquered by Srimati Radharani. And therefore, when 9:13 it is said, Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakriti mashritaha. They take shelter of Daivi Prakriti. Who is Daivi Prakriti? That is Srimati Radharani. So when people say, where is Srimati Radharani mentioned? Quote me from the Bhagavad Gita. You can say Daivim Prakriti mashritaha. 9th chapter, the most confidential knowledge, she is mentioned as Daivi Prakriti. So because Krishna is conquered by the love of Srimati Radharani, similarly, Krishna is also conquered. Our love for Krishna also enchants Krishna. Tattva wise, they're all one personality, sun, sunshine. Srimati Radharani expands from the Supreme Lord. But at the same time, she is the Hladini Shakti. Hlada means pleasure potency. Prahlada. Ahlada means to please. So the pleasure potency is Krishna's energy, and he gets bewildered by that love of his supreme devotee, Srimati Radharani. And therefore, this path of bhakti is basically the path of taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, but not in a casual way, not taking it cheaply, but in a very sincere, genuine, devotional way. In a very, we should just make sure that these things are not taken very cheaply. Now that people are, some Radha Krishna serial, Radha and they just sing Jai Radhe. We generally don't do that. Prabhupada never instructed us to do that. Sri Prabhupada wanted us to take shelter of Srimati Radharani. How? How do we do that? Chanting of the holy name. When we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, as you say Hare, one translation of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when you chant Hare, which is Srimati Radharani, Krishna becomes pleased, because you're calling the name of Krishna's beloved. And when you say Krishna, then Radharani becomes pleased. So when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, both Radha and Krishna are very pleased. So we want to chant the holy name for their pleasure. And when we keep doing this year after year, decade after decade, what happens is Krishna, through his name, as Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, through the name, everything else is revealed. Name, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Everything becomes revealed through the holy name. Because we are constantly begging for the mercy of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. When you say, "My dear Krishna, I want to connect with you today," Krishna says, again, who are you? Because we have long forsaken Krishna. And now immediately we say, I want to become your devotee. Krishna does not accept. He's not that cheap. He's Paratvam. But what makes Krishna Saulabhatvam is that devotional aspect. We approach Krishna through devotion. That means we are approaching Krishna through Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani says, "My dear Krishna, come on, don't be so tough." He's trying his best. Why don't you accept him? When Srimati Radharani puts a request on our behalf to Krishna, Krishna has to accept. Indra offended Krishna in the Govardhan Leela. He immediately caught hold of Surabhi. Because Krishna is Govinda, Gopala. He's very dear to cows. So immediately he went with Surabhi, and on behalf of Surabhi, or Surabhi on behalf of Indra, told Krishna, please forgive him. Then Krishna forgave, isn't it? So therefore, the Supreme Lord, who is called as Paratvam, he becomes easily attainable as Saulabhatvam by the mercy of his devotees, who are very dear to Krishna. And the further verses, we'll just go through them and we can conclude. Now you see the power of devotion. Now Krishna talks the power of devotion. See, now Yad Karoshi Yadashnasi is more like whatever you do, just offer it to me. It's like Nishkama Sakama Karma Yoga. But it is not pure bhakti. Pure bhakti is do what I say. Here, whatever you do, whatever you want to offer, whatever you eat, drink, just offer it to me. Do it as an offering to me, Krishna says. That means anyone can practice. Someone may say, Prabhu, I'm not at the platform of offering unconditional, uninterrupted love to Krishna. Yes, no problem. Yat karoshi yadashnasi. Yat juhosi dadasi yat. Yat tapasyasi kaunteya mat tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, doing it as an offering. So Krishna says, somewhere you can begin. You're not on, the topmost level, but you can start with the first rung of the ladder. Don't try to artificially jump to the 100th rung. Start where you are. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, give away, whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Shubha Shubha Phaler Eva Mokshase Karma Bandhane He Sanyasayo Yuktatma Vimukto Mam Upaishyasi. In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work in its auspicious and inauspicious results. With a mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. That means when we do everything for Krishna, we overcome karma bandhana. See, now one might say, now Krishna is trying to emphasize people who, my devotees who prioritize bhakti to me, they are very special. So Krishna says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu, I am equal to all. Name dveshasti napriyaha, I have no friend, nor do I have enemy. Demigods, demons, they are all equal to me. But ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya maiti teshu chapyaham. But the special category of people, my devotees, they are really special. For me, why? Because ye bhajanti, they worship me with exclusive devotion. I am in them, they are in me. That means like complete love. For other people, he's there. Yeah, you want some food, take some food. You want some facility, take some facility. You want some money, take some money. No problem. Name dveshasti na priyaha. You have done some wrong, okay, go to hell and suffer and come. You have done some good, okay, go to heaven and come back. But ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya, my devotees who worship me, maiti teshu chapyaham. But whoever, and see, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I'm also a friend to him. Krishna says. So we're a special category. And how is he equal then if he has given a special prerogative for devotees? Yes, he's still equal because he doesn't give a restriction who can become a devotee. everyone can become a devotee. I'll just show you one verse quoted in Chaitanya Mangal, but it's also in Rup Goswami's Padyavali. व्याधस्याचरणं ध्रुवस्य च वयोर् विद्या गजेन्द्रस्य का कुब्जाया किमु नाम रूपमधिकं किं तत्सुदाम्नो धनम्. वंशको विदुरस्य यादवपतेर् उग्रस्य किं पौरुषं भक्त्या तुष्यति केवलं न च गुणैर् भक्ति प्रियो माधव. See what is being mentioned. Vyadasya charanam dhruvasya chavayo. So Vyadasya charanam. See, did the hunter named Dharma have any piety? But yet in Krishna. Dhruvasya chavayor means what? Dhruva was only a small boy of age 5 years. So Krishna doesn't say only of particular age can approach me. Anyone can worship Krishna. So age was not a disqualification. Then did Gajendra, who lived by Trikuta mountain, possess any learning? He's not considered to be very intelligent. So Vidya Gajendrasya ka, where is his Vidya? So Krishna is not looking for your Vidya. He's not looking for a Panditya. Then comes Kubjaya Kimuna Amarupam. Where is the good Rupa for Kubja that he had to show mercy to her? See, did the Mathura's Kubja, the maidservant, have any beauty? So beauty is not the qualification. Did Sudama Brahman and the friend of Krishna have any wealth? So wealth is not the qualification. Did the social status of Vidura disqualify him? So social status is not the qualification. Did the prowess of Ugrasena, the king of the Yadus, disqualify him? So prowess is not qualification. Madhava was pleased with their devotion, devotional service. He is not pleased by material qualities. Amazing, no? So in this way, devotion is held at the highest pedestal with respect to anything else. See, in the previous verse, this is by Prahlad. He says, my understanding, the Supreme Lord is not attracted by anything. What is it? He's not attracted by wealth, an aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, mystic yogic power. One cannot satisfy Krishna like this. However, one can satisfy the Lord simply by devotional service. And he gives an example of Gajendra, Gajayutapaya, he says. So there's some understanding. If you want, you can memorize these verses. I'm pretty sure many of you know it. Both are important. One is 799 Bhagvatam. Other one is in Padyavali of Srila Rupa Goswami, but quoted in Chaitanya Mangal. Vyadasya charanam dhruvasya chavayo. Very important, very nice verse. So Krishna says, my devotees are very special, but anyone can become my devotee. Vritrasura was a demon. Prahlad is in a demonic lineage. Gajendra is an eagle or he's a bird. Hanuman is not a human, he's Vanara. Who is it? Of course, the other examples are mentioned. And who is that? Shabri. Shabri, she was an old woman. Krishna doesn't say only beautiful women can become my devotees. She was an old woman doing tapasya alone waiting for Rama. And Ram came and immediately accepted the fruits. And how did he accept? Shabri would bite the fruit and give to Ram. She would taste it. If it is good, only give the good ones to Ram. Ram accepted it. Jatayu, vulture, not human being. So in this way, you will find anyone can become Krishna's devotees, and therefore is equal to everyone. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mamananyabhak sadureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hisaha. Krishna says, even if someone is engaged in sinful activity on account of his past conditionings, not voluntarily, but because sometimes we come from having been in the material world, we have bad habits. So we can easily fall down on account of our past conditioning. Sometimes we can go back to how we used to be. But Krishna says, if he does not give up my worship, bhajan, the chanting of Hare Krishna, association of devotees, and he is determined to make progress, for me, he is sadhu reva samantavyaha. He is still a sadhu. Don't consider him a sadhu. Because he is still properly positioned in his bhakti. It will happen. Children, when they are learning to walk, they will fall once or twice, or sometimes they will fall down. But when the child falls down and starts crying, if you also say, hey, stupid child, don't even know how to walk, you won't say that. You lose the confidence of walking. What do you say? You'll say, hey, amazing, you just walk such long distance. And the child also feels happy. And immediately he again tries to get up. Isn't it? You encourage. So Krishna says, my devotees, because they engage in my service, they will not fall down. Even if there's a slight slip, it's just because of their past condition. But if someone is pre-planning their fall down, then Krishna teaches them a very good lesson. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he's engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he's properly situated in his determination. Yeah. Then he continues. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Kshipram means soon he'll be rightly positioned. Shashwat shantim nigacchiti. Will again become pure. Kanteya pratijanihi name bhaktya pranashyati. In our, when we go to altar, after doing the altar seva, we have a prayer to forgive, if we have committed any offenses, begging Krishna to forgive us. And it goes like this. What is it? Anyone knows that prayer? This thing comes. Nama Bhakta Pranashyati. Pranan Sandarayamyaham. Like that it comes. How does it begin? Iti samsmityam pranan sandarayamyaham. Yeah, anyway, it's not coming to my mind. Yeah. So anyway, the translation is, the devotee is saying that, my dear Lord, I've committed so many offenses. Please forgive me. Now you declare to the whole world that my devotee never perishes. Remembering this, I maintain my life. Otherwise, I was supposed to be perished because of offenses to you. Like that, the verse comes. So Krishna gives a promise, and Kaunteya Pratijani, he means, Arjuna, you announce to the whole world. Why? Because I might break my promise. Because he lifted a chariot wheel. So many things Krishna has done. So people think this fellow is a trickster. How can we believe his word? So Krishna says, Arjuna, you say it. Because the whole world knows Krishna doesn't break his devotee's promise. Prahlad said, Narsimha is here. Narsimha appeared. Satyam vidatum nichabritya bhashitam. Like that is mentioned. Why did Lord Narsimha Dev appear from that pillar only? Because Prahlad said, yes, my Lord is here. So Satyam Vidhatum Nijabritya Bhashitam, to prove that the word of my devotee doesn't go wrong. It is true. The Supreme Lord was forced to appear from there. So therefore, Kanteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakti Pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare boldly that my devotee never perishes. Mam hi partha vapashite yepi syu papayone hastriyo vaishya satashudas yepi anding paramgatim. Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, don't think only few people can come back to me. Everyone can come back to me. He says everyone means not just warriors, not just brahmanas. Those who take shelter of me, even if they are of low birth, women, vaishyas, shudras, anyone can attain the supreme destination, Krishna says. Therefore, bhakti is simple. Anyone can practice it. Kim punar brahmana punya bhakta rajarishyestatha anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. How much more this is so of the righteous brahmanas, the devotees and saintly kings. Therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service unto me. And the final crest jewel verse of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mamai vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam madparayanaha. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. How do the devotees reciprocate with the Lord? What do they do? Manmana, in their own mind, they put me. Mad bhakto, my devotees. Madhyaji, they worship me. Ma'am Namaskuru, they offer obeisances unto me. So we should never become casual about offering obeisances. Krishna says, my devotee offers obeisances. Ma'am evaishyasi yuktvaivam. That means, Ma'am eva means completely. Eshyasi will come. Yuktvaivam, being absorbed in me. Atmanam mat parayanaha. He has dedicated his life to me. So Krishna says, being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come back to me. This is the crest-jewel verse. So, in the entire Bhagavad Gita, there are 3 sections: Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, And we say the middlemost is Bhakti Yoga, which is the cream. But in Bhakti Yoga, the middle two chapters are 9th and 10th chapter, which is the best chapter of the entire 7 to 12. And in that, in 9 to 10, the middlemost verse is 934. So therefore, this is the crest jewel verse for the entire Bhagavad Gita. How the devotees reciprocate with the Lord, deal with the Lord. You can read the purports at your leisure. In the sense, the Bhakti and the purports of the 9th chapter of the Gita, matter of most confidential knowledge. So we'll pause here. Anyone has any questions or anything, or any comments or corrections? Sorry, I went too long. It's all 8:45. I didn't realize the time. I just I had some points to speak, or it just took too much time.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Wonderful, wonderful class. No words, Prabhu. I'm like, I don't want this class to stop. You should just go on.
Amazing. Thank
That
you.
was the best start of my Sunday. Like, amazing. Like, no words.
I think because you were playing like that, I could not stop till 8:48.
There are 2 points, Prabhu. I actually noted them down, and I'm gonna put them in my Bhagavad Gita notebook. As why Krishna is attracted by our love? Because our love is part and parcel of Radharani, who is ocean of love, and Krishna is only controlled by and attracted by Radharani.
Yes.
And then the second point is Krishna is equally disposed because he doesn't restrict anyone from becoming a devotee. Thank you so much, Prabhu. My husband Sandeep Prabhu would like to.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. It was awesome. Nobody, I mean, the question that you asked, nobody asked me this question. Like, why is it that love and devotion attracts Krishna? Never ever heard in my life that question. So my question, Prabhu, is we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's for Radharani. But for what about Hare Rama, Hare Rama? What is that
So,
imply?
yeah, so Rama is Radha Raman. I heard one thing from Amarendra Prabhu.
Ah.
Hare Krishna mantra is Maha mantra because it is it you can reciprocate with the Maha mantra according to one's devotional mood. That means if someone is considering Sita Ram as their prayojan, as the goal of their life, then that Hare is Sita and Rama is Lord Ram.
Okay.
Or if someone wants Sakhya Rasa, then Krishna and Rama as coward boys.
Okay.
So like that, it is according to one's mood, it is. So as the Acharyas have taught us, for us it is Radha and Krishna, and Rama becomes Radha Raman.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Madana
Hare Krishna.
Pranam to you, Shukapad. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Although I was a little multitasking, but the wonderful class. Thank you so much for your association and coming on the call because we have a wedding, very nice, beautiful wedding to attend at the Alachwa temple with a lot of devotees coming of Shruti Sagar and Surya Radhika Devidasi Mataji. So we're looking forward for that. So I had to make prep and then, but thank you so much, Prabhuji, for summarizing. And Bhagavad Gita is always, like always nice to hear again and again, again and again. And also when we read the pages of Bhagavad Gita, every time the new realization comes, So the more we hear, it's like chanting. We don't get bored of it, Every day we're looking forward. In fact, when we don't chant in the morning, then we feel something really missing. I think similar we should carry for reading also, because even while reading the same, it's amazing that every day it's like, we give the example of Coca-Cola, right? We'll say that get bored of it. Even Bhagavad Gita, if we open the same page every day and read, certain purport, introduction, every day it's like a, we'll feel, oh, this line I didn't read, or this thing I didn't understand. Oh, this is the perspective I'm trying to, make. So I wish we can have the same bhav, because like normally we take a vow to do 16 rounds, and thank you for mentioning about today's Haridas Thakur's appearance day.
No, today may not. Today is not. I was just giving an example.
Okay. I just heard that. Okay. So, but yeah, like it's so nice, Haridas Thakur. Yeah, what I was saying, like, I mean, the same. I I wish we had that thing also, that yes, you have to do like 30 minutes or 1 hour of reading every day. Then we would have, followed 16 rounds and 4 regulations and 30 minutes of reading of any scriptures book of Srila Prabhupada. So, but it's not like that. So that's why we just take it a little bit, leniently like that. But yes, some of my friends who are Muslims, I meet, I always give example of Haridas Thakur. It's like, it's amazing that we can't say that in our, ISKCON, International Society of Krishna Consciousness, we have people from everywhere, even from Muslim community, they are there. Because we say, na, ye bahut hi akhad Muslim hai. People say like that sometimes. But, Haridas Thakur crossed all boundaries and he was chanting the Lord's name. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. If anybody has question, comments for Prabhuji, otherwise we can end the call. It's almost close to 9 o'clock. Chitra Mataji has said, wonderful class. And Aarti Mataji, always learn a lot from your amazing class. So some more very, very, very positive notes, Prabhuji, for your class. Anybody else has some question, comments, or some realizations to share? And actually, one thing is really, really nice because Prema Nandini Mataji said she took out points as it is from Prabhuji's class. And I'd heard this from Radhesham Prabhu also, who said that, like we should note down the points and be able to, because sometimes the class is based on one main point. Say the point is about surrender. Everything is roaming around surrender. And see, my memory is so short that last time also Prabhuji was focusing on one main point. If anybody can remember, or Prabhuji, you can remind us. And the whole class was circling around that. Stories, everything. So, we can kind of make notes and highlight one main point which Prabhuji is trying to explain to us, and just say that. Don't even have to comment or ask question. Just, because it's so nice that the speaker also thinks that, yes, this I had spoken 20 minutes back, and, the person has still recollected, because in Kali Yuga, our memory is getting like, like very short. So if we can at least do that in our classes, so that'll be nice for all of us also. Just recollecting points, that way. So in our temple also, what they do, like, everybody, the front benchers, I'll call them. We have front benchers. So when a class starts in the Bhagavad Gita in the evening on the Sunday love feast, so all the people with a pen and pencil are sitting, and then in the end of the class, they are the ones who speak out the recollected points, because sometimes the mind does not recollect. Mind is not able to register, but then they read their notes, they quickly say the points, and that's very helpful, because sometimes what happens, we overlooked it, and then we think, oh, okay, this point this person has written, how come I didn't even remember? That means our mind was wandering, so it's very important to recollect. And the class, I just wanted to mention that, although I'm not doing it, I should do it, and I'm saying it so I can maybe do it, like we have to follow and practice what we preach, like that. But anyway, so I think we can end the call now, because everybody's quiet and content and happy to start their day. And we offer our prayers. We can all offer prayers together.
दरिद्रस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
जय।
शिला प्रभुपाद की
की
जय।
जय।
हिज ग्रेस अर्जुन आनंद प्रभु जी की
जय।
Thank you, Prabhuji.
प्रभु
Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच। दंडवत प्रणाम।
दंड हरे हरि